What's going on, everybody? Welcome back. We're going to be talking about Lady Deathstrike and the 4-man Weapon X team and what you can do with them in Alliance War without Omega Red on the team. This has been a big question. A lot of people have been wondering, is this something you have to have Omega Red for? Luckily, the answer is going to be no. And I've actually been doing testing since yesterday. I started buying her cores in the offers. I figured we'd probably have like Monday or Tuesday before she starts showing up in offers. Yeah, I guess not. They're gonna put it out on a Saturday. I guess just nobody was buying her power cores there, or buying her shards with the power cores. So they figured out they just might as well just go and bring out her offers now. So I did get a little bit of testing in with her, like tier 12, level 15. Or sorry, yeah, level 65, tier 12, 3 yellow stars on her, no red stars, and she was already making a difference with this team. But real quick, something I thought you guys would like to know is that I did get a bigger green screen, so soon I can start doing this. We're back here, but there's a small problem where, you know, I need a longer microphone cord. And that is not coming in. Look at my face, is massive. That's not coming in until Monday or Tuesday through Amazon. And speaking of Amazon, make sure you check out my Amazon coin link down below. That is a heck of a sponsorship segue. Can I get an amen, Jordan? I'm not going to get an amen for my roommate. But anyways, let's talk about Lady Deathstrike and the Weapon X team. So right now, we had a Red Stars come out tonight. Luckily, I was able to pull 5 red on her. I did blow my Elite 6 orbs on her because I figured she was going to be a lot more Red Star dependent than what we would expect with Omega Red. I did not get 6 Red Stars on her, obviously. However, I was very lucky to pull 6 red on Silver Samurai, so that's going to be very helpful in the long run. And we still got some Elite orbs saved up from Omega. I'm not worried about pulling high red on Omega because Omega Red has very naturally high stats, best in terms of health, incredibly high focus. His damage is not a big deal, but that focus with him is going to be a huge deal. He's not red star dependent like some of these other characters are on Weapon X, so I'm not worried about pulling huge red stars on Omega Red. You want those higher red stars on your damage dealers like Sabretooth, Wolverine, and Lady Deathstrike. We may do a video breakdown of that, like your red star priorities and T4s, everything sometime later on. But yeah, I was trying to go for high red stars on Lady Deathstrike. I'm happy with 5 red on her. So in tonight's video, we've got seven matches lined up for you. We've got Black Order, New Warriors, Emmarauders, the original Emmarauders, Black Bolt and Coulson, Doc 6. This Doc was Sinister 6. We got Black Bolt, Kestrel, and Silver Surfer all in the same team. Just absolutely annihilates that one. And then we've got a Mercenary Punchup as well. So 7 different fights for you guys to show tonight. If you guys do enjoy this video, make sure to hit that like button, share, and subscribe. We're over 5,000 subs now on this channel. I don't know why 5,000 of you have made a terrible decision like that, but I'm not going to complain too much. Let's go and get another 5,000 subs on the channel. Without further ado, let's start focusing on the footage. All right, so the first fight we're going to have here is the Weapon X with Emma against Black Order. This is a 20k punch-up. This is when I had a very weak Lady Deathstrike at the time. This first fight did not go well. I had to restart it. And the big thing that I needed to worry about was keeping Deathstrike alive long enough so that she get her special off. Her special is very important because it's going to give you a speed bar manipulation that lets your team pretty much go first against most characters on the enemy team. And that's going to be very helpful for characters like Kestrel, Black Bolt, and Silver Surfer. She's faster than all those characters. She has one of the highest speeds in the game, slightly faster than both Silver Surfer and Kestrel. It allows her to get her special off, which will reduce speed bar, and then allows you to manipulate things so you can get some of your characters in. I mean, Silver Samurai can get his ultimate off, which will stun and more than likely kill someone at the same time. But you can see that first fight we failed. Lady Deathstrike died before she could do anything, so I decided let's try it again. This will not be a problem once you have the red stars on her. This was just a problem with initial testing before the red stars. But even with that, with a super weak Lady Deathstrike here, we kind of won pretty easily. So there you go. He gets her special off, minus 20% speed bar on those 2 characters. So now we lost Lady Deathstrike, but she did her job. She got the speed bar manipulation in. It gives me a little more time to get in with some of these characters. Not going to pop the ultimate off. We're going to wait for this, but we're going to get the special in with Silver Samurai. That gets the counter, the defense up, the deflex on him. So now they have to move through Silver Samurai. And that's actually going to come into play a little bit later as well. This is where Lady Deathstrike being alive longer and get her ultimate off would have really helped. And you'll see why when we get to Silver Samurai here in a second. You're gonna get Proxima's ultimate that goes off on Samurai, and that's gonna stun him. And the big thing here is that if Deathstrike was still alive, she could have popped her ultimate and she would have put immunity on Silver Samurai at this point, meaning that he couldn't have been stunned. He had a reduction in speed bar, but he wouldn't be stunned, and I'd still be able to go off with him and do some damage to some characters. Now, Thanos will get off his ultimate here, but everyone's up high enough. It's not a big deal. You can get things manipulated in a way so that you can get offense down from Sabretooth on Thanos. So his ultimate hits for even less, but yeah, it's really not a big deal. Finish off Thanos there. Now it's just against Corvus, Proxima, and Ebony. At this point, it's pretty easy. We're gonna go for Proxima, get her off, so we can get one of the dynamic duo of Proxima and Corvus taken out. Once she's taken out, then we can worry about Ebony Maw. And this is where Silver Samurai is going to do his thing with his ultimate here in a second, just utterly decimate Ebony Maw, and then we finish off Corvus. So really the trick is getting through Cole Obsidian and then getting to Thanos. Thankfully, 99% of your Black Order teams have Thanos positioned right next to Cole Obsidian. That's the optimal positioning anyways, because that gets the triggers off with the passive for Cole Obsidian. So it's not a big deal, very easy to do that. And yeah, this will be it. So this fight was actually not that bad. If we had a stronger Lady Deathstrike, could have gotten that ultimate off. That immunity would have been very, very helpful. But yeah, getting that ultimate with Lady Deathstrike with that immunity, preventing Silver Samurai from getting stunned, could have changed the outcome maybe a little bit more in my favor. But overall, it was still a pretty strong fight. Didn't really have too much of an issue. So now we're going to New Warriors, and again, I'm keeping Emma for this one. Simply because with a weak Lady Deathstrike, you can't have Cloak go off with his ultimate just yet. And thankfully, this one I think was positioned in a pretty optimal position for me. Or no, it wasn't. Cloak was on the far side, so that wasn't ideal for me. But yeah, with this pre-taunt, the pre-taunt can be a bit of a problem. And again, if you don't have a weak Lady Deathstrike, if you have decent stars on her and a decent gear level on her, like 13 or 14, you will be fine with this fight. You don't have to worry about getting through Cloak ASAP, because if he does get that ultimate off, she's got like no health on her. She's going to die in a single hit. That's going to cause Deathpool to go off. That's the big kind of problem with this, is that Deathstrike's a little fragile. So if she dies, Deathpool starts going off, and then you really run into problems. But at this point, we're doing pretty good there. We've gotten the speed down from Cloak, or from the speed bar reduction from Lady Deathstrike special has gone off. Now let's me get the ultimate in with Samurai. We're going to finish off Samurai here. And now we can go for Dagger and Deathpool. I'm not really going to worry too much about Minerva. If she dies, then she dies. But really, I need to make sure I can go for those chain attacks with Lady Deathstrike and get both Deathpool and Dagger. Those chain rebounds will apply defense down and bleed. That's very important. And plus, every time that you put bleed on an enemy, that enemy has minus 50% resistance. Doesn't stack per stack of bleed, but just having one stack of bleed, and that's a T4 passive on Lady Deathstrike, that's a 50% reduction in resistance for that character. So very helpful. Between the defense down and the bleeds, they have almost no resistance. It's very important to make sure you can get those. That's why her ultimate's so important. So once you get through that pre-taunt, it's pretty easy pickings. New Warriors themselves aren't exactly the most durable characters. They have decent health. Cloak has like very low health, very low armor. He's very squishy. Dagger has a bit more health, same with Deathpool. But again, they're very easy to take down once you are able to focus them down. So New Warriors, not that much of a problem. Shouldn't be too much of an issue with you. As long as you don't have a super strong pre-taunt in the way, as long as you don't have a very fragile Deathstrike, you should be okay with this fight. So we're doing the original Emma team here. Now you probably won't see much more of this now because Sabretooth's gonna be coming off, and you're probably gonna see Samurai on, unless you're gonna be getting Weapon X. So Emma's gonna be in a weird position of what we're gonna expect to see with Emma teams. You're probably gonna see like Ghost and Minerva thrown in or something. Shouldn't be too much of a problem. This one is not going to be much of an issue. You see, I've got Namor on now, and pretty much the rest of my fights are going to be Namor. Namor is fantastic with this team. His ultimate combined with the special from Lady Deathstrike, mwah. It's just beautiful what those two do. Lady Death Strike goes in early, reduces speed bar, gives plenty of breathing room from Namor to get his ultimate in, which removes buffs, which also, I don't have the T4 on Namor's ultimate. I should probably do that if I'm going to keep using him, but I am also getting Omega Red, so I'm not going to really worry about it. But the ultimate on Namor would remove all positive effects from the enemy team and reduce speed bar by 50%. Don't have that T4. Even without that T4, he's still doing great here. Pop that ultimate off with Namor, get a huge reduction in speed bar here. And look how much slower everything is. Go for Emma. Try to finish her off. Emma's kind of the crux of this team. If you can get her stunned and killed, not going to be a problem. Now, one thing you definitely don't want to do, don't taunt with Silver Samurai on that first turn, because if you do, that means Mr. Sinister is going to clone him, and a cloned Silver Samurai is nasty. A regular Silver Samurai is not fun to play against, but having a cloned one also is very, very bad, because he goes right after, he pops off his ult, that's going to stun your Samurai. That means you're losing out a lot of assists and bleeds with your Samurai, so you don't taunt. There's like only a 20% chance then that you're going to lose or get your Samurai cloned, but it's better than a guaranteed chance of getting your Samurai cloned with you do the taunt. So we get the immunity on our team, not bad. At this point, we're just taking our time. We're kind of chewing through things. Once you get Emma out of the way, it's not hard. Yeah, I think even with like Minerva and with Ghost on this team, you're really not going to worry too much. I mean, look how much health my characters have. They're constantly they're healing back up. A lot of them have a lot of healing abilities with them. So it's not a big deal. You got plenty of power with this team. You got plenty of offense up, counters, assists. There's gonna be plenty of stuff with this team. That Sabretooth is taking forever to die, but here we should finally get him finished off, and then go for the cloned Wolverine and Mystique. There's nothing too crazy here, and you get the special off again. If Deathstrike does get a kill with her special, she will chain it to again to another character, which is nice. And any kills she gets with that will prolong buffs on your team. But yeah, I wouldn't really worry too much about getting that. You really just want her special there for the speed bar reduction. The other benefits are secondary for that. All right, so here's one we're throwing in real late. This happened right before I went to bed last night. I'm throwing this into the video right before we go to publish. So this is just kind of a quick impromptu one, but this is a 200k punch up against Axmen. This one is just like how we played it the last time we did this kind of video, in that you're wanting to trigger Beast's ultimate, which means you need to wallop someone down below 50% health. Thankfully, they have Iceman right next to Bishop, which is pretty much how you usually position this team anyways. And Iceman's going to get thrashed right there, fall below 50% health. That's going to trigger the ultimate on Beast. And then that means that your attack from Namor, the ultimate, is free to kind of go off and do some, remove some buffs. And that will pave the way for your Silver Samurai to basically just one-shot Jubilee on the enemy team. So you can see that the 200k punch-up's really hurting me right now. That defense down, the offense up on Bishop. It's a beefy Bishop, so that's something you do have to be careful of. But we are, yeah, you can see, yeah, it's not good. But this is a 200k punch-up again, so keep in mind that this is gonna hurt. But yeah, once you get rid of Jubilee, the team falls apart. You don't get the speed bar boost whenever someone's defeated, and now you have the barrier and the deflect and the counter on Silver Samurai, and that's actually going to be very helpful too for countering Bishop, because Silver Samurai is able to steal deflects from characters. Since Bishop's going to get a bunch of deflects as this fight goes on, that means that you're able to steal counters from him and just steal those counters. Wallop Bishop. Yeah, see, there you go. Bishop's got a counter on him. He's gonna steal that counter right there. Get some healing block in, maybe even some bleeds. There you go. Get some bleeds, and then we're gonna get counter from Silver Samurai, and there, Bishop's done. So at that point, it's pretty easy going for Iceman and then for Kitty. But yeah, with having that super nasty thick Bishop there, it got a little dicey, and that could be a problem for you. But if you have a weaker Bishop, this shouldn't be too much of an issue. I mean, if we look at it again, that Bishop is, yeah, it's 173k Bishop. It's a very powerful Bishop there. That is something to keep in mind. But yeah, just want to throw this one in here as well. If you're looking for an Axmen counter, here you go. Here's one to try for them as well. All right, so we're going to start with a Black Bolt Coulson fight here. And this one is, I mean, it's going to be pretty easy. Pretty much what you want to go for is Silver Surfer. Get rid of Silver Surfer. Black Bolt's actually not going to be that much of a problem because you're going to have the taunt from Samurai, which is going to put defense up on your team. And, I mean, with that, Black Bolt's really not going to do much. We're trying to get the offense down on both Black Bolt and Surfer there, maybe even Coulson, but Coulson's got immunity. So not going to worry about that, but now we're going to go for the bleeds and get that damage in on Surfer. Get the ultimate off here with Namor, reduce that speed bar, get rid of buffs on Surfer, get that ultimate in with Silver Samurai, and Surfer is gone. And once that's done, it's a whole lot easier. Also, I should mention that Lady Deathstrike's probably going to get picked on pretty easily. She's very squishy right now for me. But once she drops below 60% health, she does gain evade and death proof. So even when someone like Black Bolt targets her with his special, she's got some death proof to cover her, so it's not a big deal. But yeah, we lost Namor there, but not a big problem. Get that defense up, that barrier, and Silver Samurai is going to pretty much take care of the rest here on his own. He's a nasty little boy. once you get him taunting and get those counters on him, oof. He's probably a guy I'm gonna throw all 4 T4s on. Same with maybe not Lady Deathstrike, but I see Silver Samurai being a character you can easily throw all T4s on just because of how good those T4s are. Plus that basic with that T4, it means all of his counters apply 2 stacks of bleed, which is huge. Very, very easy option to go for that. And there we go. Black Bolt Coulson's done. So then here we go with a big punch up versus Black Bolt, Coulson, Black Bolt, Silver Surfer, and Kestrel all on the same team. This was when we had a weak Lady Deathstrike too. So you can see how even a weak Lady Deathstrike is going to easily destroy this team. And this is where the power of her high speed and that special really come into play. So we're going to start the fight up, and also this fight only takes about a minute. That's how easily this team gets destroyed. So what we're going to go for, we're going to try to get the bleeds on Kestrel. We want bleeds on her. Remember, bleeds means negative resistance or less resistance. Speed bar reduction right there. That now means that Surfer and Kestrel are significantly slower speed, which then gives me room to use Namor's ultimate, reduce their speed bar even further, which means Silver Samurai can get his ultimate off and take out one of those characters. Now, this is a one where you kind of have to go for Kestrel. You can go for Surfer. Actually, look what I did. I did go for Surfer here. This was a bad play on my end. I should have gone for Kestrel with this. And the reason why is because of this right here. This ultimate can pick off pretty much anybody on my team. I should have gone for Kestrel there. I went for Surfer instead. I lucked out by having Kestrel kill my Namor. Namor did his job, so it wasn't a big deal. But now you're going to see how quickly Kestrel falls apart under a sustained barrage from my characters there. I'm going to pop the ultimate there, get immunity on my characters, get the striker bonus in. And now Samurai's going to move again, and Kestrel's gone. So now it's between Yo-Yo and Black Bolt. Now it's just Black Bolt, and it's over. So yeah, this one was look at that. Look how little damage that ultimate did there. Even against my my Lady Deathstrike, because she had defense up, that ultimate only did about 39,000 damage. So yeah, like I said, Black Bolt's not a big problem. He's kind of like last priority. Get that offense down on him from Sabretooth, get defense up on your team from Silver Samurai, you're good to go. So yeah, nothing too crazy to worry about with this team. Make sure you get Kestrel gone first, because that's when you really have to worry about, and then worry about Silver Surfer afterwards. And then finally, we've got a Merc fight here. This is one I did after I got the red stars on Lady Deathstrike. I was a little worried that with her being as weak as she was, that ultimate from Taskmaster would kill her that first turn. So I needed to wait for her to get red stars and do this testing. And this is not an Asgardian Merc combo team. I don't know how well that will go yet. There's still more testing to do, unfortunately, because we are now in the middle of a war. I can't do that testing, but against a straight Merc team, this team performs very, very well. We're going to get taunt on, I believe, Wolverine. Or no, sorry, it's on Samurai. It's on my Samurai who gets the taunt, which is very nice for us. Samurai does have very high health. I do have him at tier 15. I do not have Wolverine back at... I have Wolverine back at 14. So Samurai would have higher health here. But we're about to lose. Poor Wolverine. And I made a bad mistake there of pulling the ultimate from Sabretooth. Well, he's got blind on him. That did absolutely nothing. Blind on Namor is not going to make a difference. His ultimate is completely unavoidable. So blind on Namor, I mean, there's nothing to worry about there. And blind on Samurai is not going to be a problem because Samurai removes buffs off himself. The goal here is to try and get rid of taunt on Riot Guard. That did not happen, but you did get a speed bar reduction, which cannot be mitigated or removed or resisted or anything else. So a speed bar reduction is never a problem to worry about. Got that taunt and with Silver Samurai. Finished off Merc Lieutenant, which was nice. So now we can go straight for Taskmaster. Got that stun in on Samurai again. Not a big deal. Try to get offense down on Taskmaster if possible. We did land it. Also did a ton of damage to Taskmaster in the process. And now we're going to pop that ultimate there. It finished off Taskmaster. That ultimate did some decent damage. That was a... So we're going to see that 52,000 on that. And that's going to rebound back and forth. So if you get this between two enemies, you can see how much damage that's going to do. Plus, it starts applying defense down, which means the next attack in the ability is going to do even more damage. So very, very helpful. Plus, that ultimate can apply bleeds too. Defense down and bleeds with that. It's a very deadly combination with that. Then we finish off Bullseye, and then we will go for Shuri. Actually, I think it kills Shuri right here with the... I didn't. Almost did. Should have just killed off Bullseye there with the ultimate from Wolverine. But yeah, there you go. So yeah, that was 7 teams we've done testing on so far. Let me know down below what you guys think of this team with these 4 characters. Are you excited by what you are seeing with them? Are you guys want to see more? We probably want to see some Heroes for Hire stuff. We're still in the process of testing that. It's not going to be something like we saw with Infinity Watch without Adam Warlock. I don't think they're going to be able to kill Heroes for Hire anywhere close to where you would be able to with Omega Red. But I'll try to do some more testing on it once this war is over. Let me know what you guys think down below. As always, make sure to hit that like button, share, and subscribe. I will see you guys next time.